the state of the marriage is very fragile at this point. Will's kind of doing everything he can. One, how's it been to play these scenes? They're very heavy and emotional, and I'm guessing angry. Can you guys both talk about just playing the scenes and then maybe tease where we're heading?
Yeah. I think part of what was really fun when I think back to when we were shooting this is because we've had this really nice prolonged stretch of relative serenity within our marriage, and had a lot of time. Will and Sonny have had a lot of time as a married couple. For a conflict like this to rise up, it feels like there's just been there's so much sort of backstory, so much intimacy that we've created that it makes it that much more explosive. So it was a lot of fun to shoot. It was a lot of fun as performers, as actors, to go in this direction with one another.
I have so much built up anger towards Guy Wilson as a person. It actually was very therapeutic to be able to yell at him and throw things at him. And I think that's why the chemistry was super easy for me.
I'm a team player.
Yep.
Freddie, at this point, is there, for Sonny, is there any forgiving at this point? Or is it all just anger and, it's a huge betrayal?
Yeah, there's definitely stages that he's going through, and he's super upset. I mean, it's kind of hard to forgive, Sonny's a very forgiving person, but Will's got to show that he is really sorry and make some moves to fix it.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing where it's, Will, or anyone in this predicament, you can apologize till you're blue in the face, but at a certain point only actions can rectify these types of things, and it's not a simple fix. It's really not.
Yeah, I mean, it made it just twice as bad. If it was some random guy, but the fact that it's like the man that he still loved, and
it's really it's like adding like injury to insult instead of insult to injury. Yeah, it's I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't know.
So, Guy, what can Will do to kind of make things better? Because you can't change the past. What's his goal, I guess?
Sure, no, and I think that's the question that is going to be just gripping Will for an indefinite amount of time at this point forth. He cannot change the past as much as he would like to, and this is newfound territory for him and for Sonny. And I think what makes it even more horrifying for Will is he's seen these types of transgressions perpetrated by his parents, by various members of his family, and he's always hated it and resented them for doing that. And now, just like that, he's found himself in the same situation with no real lifeboat to speak of. So he feels tremendous pain for what he's done to Sonny. But on top of that, I think there's a lot of fear because he's just never would have thought he'd be that guy, but he is. It's happened.
Yeah, and in the midst of all this, I know the story with Paul has come out and it's gotten a lot of attention. Is Will even able to enjoy any of that? The fact that it's a success?
No, I think on a certain level, he's not oblivious to the fact that he's experiencing some huge advancements in his career within his professional life. But when something like this happens, especially with Sonny's near-death experience, Sonny finding out about Will's transgression, it just really throws such a perspective on things that I don't think Will gives two hoots about this article at this point.
Paul's still very much around. How is that with this dynamic? I know you guys probably aren't sleeping together, but he's around. So is that just kind of just
Paul,
the dagger?
I think, him and I have a lot to talk about and discuss. I mean, there's a lot of unresolved things from our past, and now with this happening. But he's also kind of there, showing us that we can fix our marriage in a way. Because he really cares about me and wants me to be happy. So we're kind of just struggling with just tons of feelings of who loves who's there for who wants to be with who, and it's crazy.
I think the thing to keep in mind is all three of these characters, Paul, Will, Sonny, we've all come into this situation all independently oblivious of what was happening at the time. And so now we're all faced with these sudden new circumstances, and we're all having to navigate them in our own ways. And it's everyone's just sort of shocked. We're shocked for different reasons, but we're all shocked, and it really makes for some interesting dynamics moving forward. Paul's going to be in Salem. He still has to rehab his arm post surgery. So it's whether or not Will wants him to be there. There's going to be some prickly thorns going forward.